Caillou goes to the car wash.
Look, Rosie, I drew a happy face.
What are you two up to? Rosie, you're all dirty. And Caillou, you should know better.
But I'm...
Always get my way.
See? Only my finger.
The car is filthy. You and Rosie need to go and clean up. Caillou, can you help your little sister?
Oh great, another shameful moment of being Caillou's mom. He probably needs a spanking, but I won't do that because I'm afraid of my 4-year-old son
I'm not.
getting a spanking, so suck it up, mommy.
And I'm going to help Rosie.
Make your lives just as miserable as I am.
I think she may need
No more lessons from you on disobedience.
Our two young
Vandalist.
drawing on the side of the car.
I'm laughing nervously because we're afraid of our own children and Caillou does whatever the crap he wants. That's right, and don't you ever forget it or change it. It was meant to be this way.
Caillou loved
Giving
his daddy,
a hard time.
especially on a hot summer day.
I'll get the bucket.
Whoa there! I wasn't planning on...
Dealing with your crap
I have
today.
a lot to do around the house.
Do you think you'd have time for a quick run to
Juvenile jail.
And Caillou especially loved
Kicking and screaming until he got his way.
Okay, let's hop to it. We're going to the...
County juvenile jail.
Yay! Rosie too.
Looks like you've already been to the...
Rough side of the streets.
Let's get you changed first. All set. You're gonna love it.
Visiting your brother in juvie.
Rosie had never been to
Juvie center.
She didn't know what to expect.
Hurry up, Rosie.
Caillou had been to the car wash before with his daddy.
This was his last car wash before juvie.
You'll see. There are lots of soap and bubbles and brushes and water. Vroom! And the car comes out clean. Like new.
Here we are.
Red light, stop. Green light, go.
For the sake of all of humanity, will you freaking shut up and stop narrating everything?
Again, there was a lot of noise.
Look.
Your biggest fear. Caillou, shut up. You're not helping.
A little scary, isn't it?
I'm not scared, Daddy. Rosie, look.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Caillou, why don't you try to make her feel better?
Caillou remembered that he had been scared the first time he went through the car wash, too.
But he didn't give a crap and he teased her anyways like the terrible big brother he was.
Rosie, just like at home.
Ready for the rinse cycle?
I want to go through the car wash again.
Far away home. Caillou's mommy and daddy had gone out for the evening,
Because Caillou made their lives miserable and a break was much needed.
and Rosie and Caillou were excited because Julie, the babysitter, had come to look after them.
Did you like that story?
No, dum-dum.
Let's play now.
Look inside. I've brought something special to show you.
What is it? Another.
Stupid book.
Yes, this one's an atlas full of pictures of...
Places you wouldn't care about.
Where's that?
This is a desert, and those big piles of sand are called...
Big sand piles. Oh, how wise you are, Julie. We will learn so much from you.
I'd like to.
Burn this book.
What that? It's a.
Weird horsey thingy with a back disorder.
That's right, Caillou. And over there's a...
Giant distorted piece of broccoli.
And there's another.
Giant distorted piece of broccoli.
Caillou started to make believe he was
Therapy.
You're right. We must be near the desert. Can you help me find it, Caillou?
Why should I?
Rosie helped too. I know. It's this way.
Caillou decided that the basement would make a perfect pretend desert.
We can make a...
Weird horsey thingy with a back disorder.
Good idea, Caillou. We'll need this.
It needs humps. More humpies.
Now for the blanket.
This can be its head. Wow! It's a...
Weird horsey thingy with a back disorder. Isn't it so beautiful, and not one bit of it doesn't accurately replicate a weird horsey thingy with a back disorder.
This way.
Caillou loved leading Rosie and Julie through the desert like a real explorer. He felt very brave and adventurous.
The sun's very hot in this desert.
Follow me. It's a...
Giant distorted piece of broccoli.
That's great, Caillou. Come on, Rosie, let's go sit in the shade. After all this
Walking around the laundry room.
for the hungry explorers. An oasis is a cool, shady place with lots of palm trees where desert explorers can find food and water.
Look. More...
Giant distorted pieces of broccoli.
They sure are. You chose a perfect place for our pretend desert oasis, Caillou. Aw, looks like our littlest explorer needs to turn in for the night. Come on, Rosie, time for bed. Caillou, why don't you look at the atlas while I put Rosie to bed? Be back in a second.
Caillou was glad he didn't have to go to bed yet. He liked...
Always getting everything he wanted.
Mountains.
Caillou tried hard to imagine where a pretend mountain could be. Suddenly, he thought of just the right place.
Julie, I'll show you a mountain place. See? It's a big mountain. Let's go. Hurry.
Okay, Caillou, I'm right behind you.
I see the top. We did it.
Yeah, the famous explorers reached the summit. Let's celebrate.
This can be a flag, like in the picture.
I think it's time for Caillou the Tired Explorer's bath.
How dare you not let me have my way?
Caillou didn't want to.
Stop being a spoiled brat.
He was having too much fun.
Come on, Caillou.
Look, lady, this is my house, and if I can't have it my way, then my parents will sue you.
Don't you want to...
Not get a spanking. My parents will sue.
Look, a river.
Ready for a river trip, Caillou?
No.
Wow, what's that way over there?
It's I know. It's a...
Water squirty thingy.
I'm going to explore. Toot toot.
While Julie was draining the bathtub, Caillou was planning a surprise for her.
Caillou?
In here. This is my tent.
It's very poorly made.
But even busy explorers need their sleep. Can I have your flashlight, please?
Stars!
Now you can pretend you're sleeping under the stars like a real explorer.
Exploring is fun.
Sure is. We traveled to all sorts of faraway places, didn't we?
Yes, all the way to the living room.
Caillou couldn't wait for morning to arrive so he could tell his mommy and daddy all about his travels.